they can produce. They are currently sitting on 92 points. It is not out of the realm of possibility by any stretch that they don't put themselves up a 40-plus point game and get themselves on the match point. That's what we have to not forget. They've got it within their locker. It's just whether or not they're going to be able to get it out or not.
Yeah, Gentlemate's absolutely in the same equation. They've dropped massive games in the past, folks. Our threshold is 135 points. You get past that this game, you have to win the next or the following or whenever you get there, frankly. We'll see if some teams are able to go back-to-back maybe. But Twisted Minds, they only need 9 points to breach our thresholds. The Falcons need, well, around 40. A large task ahead of the Falcons, and as we hop into our game here, a lot on the line for a lot of the teams, but not a lot of changes on this map that I can see. We are headed back to the south, and still a contest at Bio we got to pay attention to.
Of course, the tale as long as time at the moment, or as long as today, at least anyway, going on between Vision and Gentlemates. Gentlemates have been the ones coming out on top over the most recent couple of games, and a bit of a fight going on over towards Control as well. 100T getting in and amongst the mix. I mean, look, we're under the presumption, you can see it on the right-hand side of your screen, the Skullface trying to find something going here. That Twisted Minds and Virtus.pro, they barely need any points to get over the line. It's whether or not anyone else is going to be there with them.
Yeah, again, 135 points is your threshold. You didn't win the game after that. But on your screen, Novo getting into the mix because as a reminder, this Novo team crushed it in the group stages, but only because they were able to third party, not take the fight. Gabe Kuhn punishes them. As we swing down and get a little bit of aid from Blast to swing up on this play to trade. Doesn't even need the trade. Blast wins it. Novo not out. They've got their anchor on the boat. Novo's game plan through groups was third partying. They cannot compete with 100 Thieves in a true 3v3.
Yeah, that was really well played. Just seen Thieves take their time, dipping and diving, trading away, baiting where they needed to as well. Sensational work over towards, well, it seems you have pushed themselves towards some of those latter circles, but have also dropped very, very early in some of the other games in Leviathan, trying to get something underway. I come up against Team Vision. Echo ready and win.
Patience of virtue. You don't want to scam. You feel like you've got an advantage in this fight, and Lynn's maybe going to come help you from right above. They've sandwiched these duos, but going to back up and make sure nothing happens. It's a little bit weird because the Gentlemates are coming back into the equation. They know that. They back out of it. I think the big question actually is my eyes are on FaZe. Coming out of Ammo Shack, could potentially play kind of fourth party to this fight. Clumsy playing slow here, and Noob's creeping around the corner. Able to find him, no problem. Doesn't even take an iota of damage, and doesn't take any damage from Clumsy either. Noob spins, Noob kills, and now VP are continuing to be on the hunt. We are almost at our 135 already. Good grief.
Can anyone lock in on where VP are right now? They are running through absolutely everybody. Oh, you next up? Yeah, come on. Anybody else? Is there anyone else? Everybody falling to VP over and over again. Oh yeah, gentlemen, you want it as well? You can have it too. Dongy and Noobs cooking it up in industry.
They only need 2. Send the whole lobby at them. No wonder they're at the top of the leaderboard. They're going to come flying into Bio. They're hot. They're going to keep shooting. Gentlemates cannot hang. It's Team Vision. They're going to be on the top of Bio, and Dongy and Noobs, they want more.
Oh, Dongy, he wants to get aggressive. They are feeling it right now. They feel like they can't be gunned. Dongy moving forward. Everybody catching the dung of Dongy. My goodness me. Everyone who's falling into this guy's sight is dying.
No one's even taking damage, Ton. They're just walking in, killing everybody, and walking out for free. They've used the plate. We gotta go to Twisted Minds, though. They're able to play really active as well. And unfortunately, EXO's been pinched between the Falcons and Twisted Minds the entirety of today. And EXO's gonna be in deep trouble. And finally, the Falcons are at least answering a bit back onto Twisted Minds. You do see their anchor out on the boat to the south of Factory, but good grief, the Falcons need a big game here, and Virtus.pro winning the top of the map.
And a moment of pause here. As far as Virtus.pro goes, they are over the threshold already. That is done. It does not matter what they do from here. But for Virtus.pro, it's about denying for them now. They've reached that point. For them, is it a change up in tactics? Do you want to maybe move things around? Do you want to be maybe saying to yourself, right, okay, who can threaten here? Twisted Minds, they'll get over. Thinking of Thieves, Gentlemates, Falcons. Who do you want to prevent from getting to that match point?
A quick update, CT Gaming seemingly out of this lobby. Looks like Rock Esports also was just wiped. Some of the teams near the bottom of the leaderboard not able to do too much as Allman finds Decky, no problem. says, yeah, don't come back to factory, all right?
Back on these guys, we gotta go back. I mean, I have not seen this man lose a gunfight. What on earth is this? He's got 8 kills. There's only 2 teams down. You can see the kill feed on your left-hand side. Well, things are starting to get a little bit better for the side of Falcons as well, but once again, VP are hunting. VP slowly will surely find Nate Dogg. He's put down, no problem whatsoever. Noobs has got 9, Dongy has got 8. VP are running this one up.
When Virtus.pro needed 9 points, they could drop the biggest game of the day if they can keep up this pace, because Ton, like you just said, they have nothing to lose. Nothing. They can fly at everyone, and it doesn't matter. If they win this game, the tournament's not over. If they win the next, the tournament will be done. So they are going to fry this whole lobby. Noobs is on 11 when he gets this cleanup. Dongy's also on double digits. They're already on 21 kills between 2 in the second zone.
Sage just finding some kills alongside of things as well. A couple of teams are trying to dive onto him with 0 success. VP looking to put up some record numbers right now. Everybody else starting to try and find a foothold in this game, because VP, as you say, they have nothing to lose. They can just disrupt, they can grief, they can do what they want now.
All of the teams can do the simple math. Scumming trying to get a trade here in the water. It's not gonna matter. The simple math is very easy for Twisted Minds and Virtus.pro. With a couple kills to your name, Smith on 5, they've both done enough. Z Smith, Twisted Minds, Virtus.pro both passed our threshold. This game, they can do whatever they would like as they prepare for the next. And right now, they want to make sure that the Falcons, the Gentlemates, 100 Thieves, do not breach that threshold as well.
So we're maybe seeing a change in pace of the game. Maybe not for the side of VP. They may continue to just get egregiously aggressive. Noobs has found another. Trades out his teammate Dongy. They've been hand in hand for what feels like about 5 minutes. And every single team they have come across has been felled rather quickly. Smith could be the next one. The next lamb to the slaughter. He will get out because he's maybe seeing the kill feed like we are and saying, hell no. Noobs and Go unstoppable right now.
Noobs has been doing this for half a decade, and it looks like he's just now hitting peak. I hope this is his peak for the sake of everybody else. Easily going to be one of the biggest maps of the day. All 3, by the way, of Virtus.pro have moved together. They're looking to wipe teams, and they're looking to wipe Twisted Minds. They can do easy math for themselves. It's harder math against your opponents. They don't know what Twisted Minds has done on the map.
Biffle, that's a big win. Squad number 1 has been wiped. AG Global have had a couple of decent things going on for them over the course of today, but it really hasn't been plain sailing over the last couple of games, right? It did actually continue to survive. Sorry, they just about keep it going. Kill feed smoking me there.
Speaking of getting smoked, it does look like the Falcons are going to try to smoke down the Gentlemates, one of their main competitions on the leaderboard. That's 4th versus 5th, basically fighting each other. Virtus.pro has completely taken over the north side of the map, continuing to maintain control over the shore as Shifty takes down 1 on Gentlemates.
And I think the important story now is, and I hope we can stay with them for a little longer here, is what Falcons are going to do, what Thieves are going to do, and what Gentlemates are going to do. We know we have Virtus.pro and Twisted Minds over that threshold. And what big teams to watch right now are those top 3 in the top 5 right alongside.
Reminder, Falcons need about a 40-point game or so to get past our threshold. I believe the exact number is 43, and they can start right here. Gentlemates go down 1, 2, only 1 up above in headquarters and potentially floating.
They're flying. Enkyo going to try and survive. I think there's a streak down from Enkyo. Shifty trying to survive, looking for him here. Should have the pick, and they do. Enkyo dealt with. Gentlemates still alive and kicking. They've gone for a little swim to keep things rolling. The Falcons starting to find some kills here, starting to find a little bit of purchase. They've started to get a little more aggressive because, frankly, they need to. With the way that VP and Twisted Minds are playing, it really is looking slow if we get to another game and you're not on match point. Big fight going on between our 2 top teams right now.
Already past the threshold, but a big moment for everybody. They trade blows. Aiden finds one. Z-Smith from behind takes out 2/3 of the Virtus.pro roster. The 3rd out into the skies.
No need for Sage to get himself involved. If they fall off the map, it's then out of their hands. That's what they have to think. Yes, okay, they can be aggressive, but they like to stay and have a say what happens here. And game number 7, FIFA Kill and Co. Had a bit of an up and down day. 2 wins to their name, still sitting in 6th. It shows the pace, it shows the level that we've been seeing. Squads just dropping left, right, and center. We lose flanks, so we lose phase. Raiden and Co may well be the next one. The block blast trying to find something, cannot get it done. It will be EVOS to keep themselves alive. 100 Thieves in a really good spot, but the Falcons crowd trying to get behind their team. They still need to find plenty more.
Gentlemates out of this lobby. Rock Esports out of this lobby. FaZe out of this lobby. Leviathan out of this lobby. We turn our eyes to the top of the leaderboard as they continue to fight each other. An ego boost. A nice win. Twisted Minds out of the lobby, but they have done enough to breach our threshold. Not even in points, but even in position going into the next map.
And this poll does not suit Falcons. They are relatively close, but they would have liked it maybe a little bit closer towards the living quarters. Right now, the team who are in the center are the team of Virtus.pro. 160 points. They are well and truly past that limit. There's a few more teams in and around it. Towards the boat, we have Esports who've had a miserable time today, but over on the other side of the map, trying to make a move at the side of Thieves.
Thieves doing their casual rotation that they always do, this time getting punished for it. As we had some angles from top of headquarters and prison. As Team Vision are getting into the mix. They're not that far out of the equation. To breach threshold would be pretty much impossible, but they can get dang close. And Velasquez is gonna try to shoot back and find an angle. Unfortunately, playing low ground. 100 Thieves gonna have a very difficult rotation into new, as the Falcons are taking the low side of our zone to the south of Factory. VP spread out over the course of Factory and EXO on the boat. Those are the three teams in zone, while everybody else tries to fight for their way in.
One of the most important fights we're going to see over the last 4 days may well be brewing. We got Falcons on the boat. Yes, okay, they got Hamoud and Co and EXO right below them. But somebody who's just looking over from that Factory side is VP. 100 Thieves are there as well, but there you go, the spot has come out. Dongy's found cams in the middle of the map, but Biffle and Co gonna get aggressive. They know they need the kills, and Hamoud will say, yeah, thank you very much. Biffle should be dead to rights, but everybody else from the side of Falcons is just trying to stay alive. Big fight going on. Hisoka will find something over towards that side, but we go over towards Thieves. They're looking to try and find something over towards this prison side, but Falcons still fighting for their life over towards Boat, and the zone has not been kind.
I'm not sure what the play was, maybe a bait and switch for the Falcons, but EXO has punished them with only 2 players on the boat for the Falcons. This is a very difficult position for them to be in. They should clean up the rest of EXO, but losing one there might have been a huge mistake as we swing over. 100 Thieves somehow made it all the way into Factory because of the giant fight in HQ. 100 Thieves actually have a very powerful position on the map right now.
Lennon left all on his own from the side of Team Vision by the looks of things, trying to get something going here. He should get shut down and does. Jawad will find him. That's EVOS Esports trying to get themselves up and running, if albeit a little bit too late, but the big fight is going on over towards Factory. There ain't nothing happening here. He'll get himself back up, but we don't care. Falcons have managed to find a way over towards the Factory side. That was a precarious spot for them to be in. They've got their anchor sat behind them, but Biffle and Shifty, you gotta find something, you gotta cook here.
They're able to get the buyback. Call this a layer cake for many reasons. Factory, a building with many different angles you can get shot from in many different levels. Many layers that you can sit inside of. The Falcons, the team to watch, and the Falcons, the team going down right now. Hisoka playing anchor out by the boat, but at this point, the timer has been well underway and well closed. Biffle's now by himself on low ground, just looking for any kill that he can get his hands on. For them to breach threshold, he would have to win somehow as a solo. He's good, but I don't know if he's that good.
We've got a decent amount of kills, but the problem is VP still up, Thieves still up. The fight over towards boat may have been the poison chalice for them, to be honest with you. They thought they could find those kills nice and easy. Now all of a sudden Biffle is left all on his own. 6 teams remaining. This is still anyone's game.
100 Thieves have ultimate high right now. You see 2 parts of Novo in the middle. Biffle in trouble. Down below, still looking for EXO. They line up for him, and Biffle is out of here. The Falcons will not reach that match point threshold. It was pretty close.
It was pretty close, and they got 6th. 5th place would have helped them along the way, and now Dongy and Co trying to get something going. Noobs will find yet another kill. He is sitting on 15. They are being held right now, though. Thieves have got them in a really good position. Can they keep them at bay? It's looking that way. Sage is left on his own. Thieves in a good spot.
Early rotation for Thieves is a huge boon. They've lost one, but they have ultimate high. The zone's now going to shrink on themselves. The Thieves could still make threshold. Frankly, Ton, I think they need to win, though.
If Thieves can win this, we may well have 3 teams on threshold. This is such an important game for them. One of the other teams still involved is VP, and it is Sage. I think he may well be able to survive this. Let's see if he can continue. Oh, Skullface has found the pick, but he does have the self-revive. But the fights will continue without Sage at least. He will continue to survive. Can he find himself into it? Not going to happen. Robstar will take him down. Vortex now trying to get something going. Big fight ensuing.
A big moment for Vortex to put up some good points down below, but it's 100 Thieves that need the win. They've got power possession. They've got player advantage. Up above and in the gas, they find the angle. Resources coming through. A nice take and a 2v1 for the final fight.
Yeah, they need a kill. Vortex is going to try and find it. Thieves get themselves a big game at a time when they most needed it. They will be very, very close to that threshold. We might have 3 teams, but we definitely have 2. Twisted Minds Virtus.pro match point.
Unbelievable game from Virtus.pro.
Incredible.
They look unstoppable at this point. A force to be reckoned with. No one contesting them. And when they swing out of their POI, they're hardly taking damage in some of these fights, Ton. It was a masterclass in how to ego chow. When you've got nothing to lose, confidence can win gunfights.
Free-flowing Call of Duty out of Virtus.pro, and an absolute sight to see. But the story of this game